Hey High Seas friends, how's everyone doing out there? This is High Seas Paul, this is High Seas Cindy, and let's talk about some great deals on cruises. Stay tuned guys.
High Seas fans, I know everybody out there is trying to look for some great cruise deals out there in cruise world, and we have actually a great tip for you guys. Are you ready, Paul?
I was born ready.
Okay. This is a site that we actually used our first time when we booked our first Carnival cruise. It was almost 10 years ago, and it is called...
You want me to say it?
Yeah,
Vacations to Go.
The Vacations to Go is a great site. We're going to give you some tips on how to find great cruises, 90-day ticker, and all those good things. So, Paul, let's talk about the Carnival Victory that we just got off the ship. Why did we book this cruise?
Well, first off, we were looking at spending a couple days down in Miami. We had the Carnival Horizon booked, and I'm like, hey, we're spending this money and time to do this flight and everything, so let's see if we can find a good deal on a hotel. Well, there's a couple festivals going on down in Miami. Rates were pretty high. I said, hey, let's try to find a cheap cruise. Let's take a look on Vacations to Go, as they always have the percentage down there, and let's see what we can find. So I ended up finding the Carnival Victory, which was able to do a 4-day cruise and then leave the 2 days we initially had to stay at a resort in Miami before we got on the Carnival Horizon. And I ended up booking it for $199 for a 4-day cruise. That's $50 a day per person. I don't know about you, but I'm eating more than that. So I'll let Cindy take it from here on the rest.
The reason we found this cruise is because we always go to Carnival, because we book a lot of Carnival cruises. We always go to carnivalcruiseline.com and we look for a certain, like if we're going out of Fort Lauderdale on a certain date, we'll check those rates. And then we'll compare them to Vacations to Go. And we actually found it was a lot cheaper on Vacations to Go. So we said, hey, let's see what we can do on that.
Right. And that's in most cases, to be honest with you. I mean, I would say, I'm not going to say half of the time we book with Vacations to Go, but I would say, how many times have we booked with Vacation to Go out of 17 cruises?
We did 5 with Carnival and 1 with Royal Caribbean.
Okay, cool.
And the reason we're making this video is because I've seen a lot of people ask about Vacations to Go online, on Facebook, on other sites. So I thought, hey Paul, since we have good experience with Vacations to Go, we thought we'd actually help everybody out there with that.
Absolutely, and that's what we do. We try to give great tips to all our high seas friends, because we want you to be able to get on the high seas, as affordable as possible, so you can do more trips. And that's one reason why we got into YouTube and vlogging and all that, is people would always find us, how do you find these deals? How do you get great deals? So it's our pleasure to bring our experiences to you.
And let you guys know that this is a legit site, and it's great to find easy, fast, great cruise deals.
Right.
Now let's talk about, I know you just mentioned the price we paid for it, but again, tell them how much we paid for this cruise before when we first booked it.
Yeah, and I was totally fine with it. If there was no price drops at that point, I was fine with $199. And Vacations to Go will always honor your price drops up until final payment. And that's where you would get the advantage with Carnival with onboard credit. So I was totally fine at $199. I'm like, hey, if it doesn't drop, I'm on the 7th deck, $199, I am totally good.
So when we actually called first and booked at $199, I asked the travel agent, will I be able to get price drops? And he told me yes. So to me, that made me feel okay. If we actually find something a little bit cheaper, great, they're gonna match it. So after a couple weeks, we did find a price drop, and it went down to $189. So just $10, but still we called Vacations to Go, our little travel agent that we booked with, and he actually called Carnival and he got the drop, and we were able to stay in the same cabin.
Yes, and I want to mention one quick thing. You will get the price drops. There's just one extra step than if you're dealing with Carnival, but you will get the price drops. You just have to call up your agent, or anybody at Vacations to Go honestly can take care of it. You don't have to deal with your agent. They will call up they'll verify everything. He'll get back on the line with you and say, we're good.
And then maybe a month later, we got this huge drop. It went from $199 to $189, and then it went down to $159 per person.
Wow.
So I jumped on the phone, called him up, and he called Carnival. And the great thing is, we were able to stay in the same cabin.
Seventh deck. And for the rate of $159 per person. Wow. $159 per person. And you know what's funny? When I booked this cruise, I said to myself, I was expecting the Victory to be maybe like the Triumph or something before it got remodeled. I'm going to tell you right now, the food and the service was better than the Carnival Horizon by far. Don't get me wrong, Carnival Horizon's an amazing ship, but I was completely blown away. I was like, at that price, I don't care. It's a great place to stay. They've always got great entertainment, live music, all that. I was totally fine with it, even at $199.
Hey, Paul, that's a different video. We'll get back with that video.
Oh, yeah. Hey, stay tuned, guys.
But we're still talking about Vacations to Go. So again, friends, that once the final payment is made, you cannot get these drops. So make sure you wait to your last final payment, find the drop, and many drops as you can, and then you can enjoy those cheaper cruises. So
you're telling me, don't just pay off the cruise in one shot. Write it all the way out till the final payment. Because unlike Carnival, you will not get the onboard credit. Now, you're 90 days out on your final payment?
Yes.
So, like I said, my best recommendation is when you book a cruise through a third party or Vacations to Go, initially, I'm good with the price.
Yes.
And if there's drops and I get them, then that's bonus. And I was fine with $199. And to get at $159 with, being on the 7th deck, it's a thumbs up on that one.
We were afraid once we got down to $159, Carnival was going to make us move to maybe deck 1. But for some reason, when our travel agent at Vacations to Go contacted Carnival, they were okay with it, and they kept us in the same room on the 7th deck, which was really awesome.
Too cool.
Now, another thing I like to discuss with Vacations to Go is, even though if it's a third-party reservation type thing for your cruise, what was funny is when I went on to Carnival.com to check my itinerary on this cruise, Carnival actually sent me an upsell to go into a different cabin.
Do you have a link on that?
I will have pictures on that. And what happened was when I went on there to pick my bed type and the other things that I would like to choose, it said you are, I guess you can get an upgrade. So what it was I can go from deck 7 to deck 1 to an inside room to an ocean view room for $98 total.
Right.
So remember, guys, even if you book with a travel agent with Vacations to Go, you will still get upsell opportunities.
Yeah. So basically what you're telling me is even though I booked through Vacations to Go, Carnival's still going to throw you offers. And that's one thing we always do is we get on that ship as cheap as possible and we see what offers we get, we see what upgrades we get, and we just kind of keep going from there, so.
But let you guys know, we did decline that offer because we wanted to stay on deck 7 because we're just a couple floors down from where all the action was.
Couple decks, absolutely.
So we were okay with that, so we just, declined that offer.
Yeah. And I like being around 6 or 7 because I can get down to the 5th deck in the morning for coffee, 1 flight of stairs, show's let out, I'm just 1, 2, I'm boom, boom, boom. Don't have to stand around and wait on those elevators.
And then another place we like to recommend is when you book these cruises, we have a site that you can actually watch the drops because you're saying, hey, how can I find out if the cruise dropped? We have a site that we always go to. Once we book our cruise, we go to the site. It's called cruiseline.com. Again, cruiseline.com. And you go to that site, you will put your information on what cruise ship you're on, what cruise line, your cruise date, everything. And then at the bottom, once you find your cruise that you booked, they'll say, remind me of any drops or anything like that, and they'll actually send it to your email. So that way, if your cruise drops in price, you can actually call your travel agent or call Carnival or Vacations to Go, and they'll actually see about giving you those drops.
Man, that's totally awesome. Are you going to put a link down in the description?
I will.
Link in the description. How about the video?
I will, yes, I have it all on there. And then the last thing I'd like to discuss is, even if you book outside the 90 days, there is something that calls the 90-day ticker.
That's a hot one.
So when you get onto the vacationstogo.com, on the left side, on the very top, it'll say 90-day ticker. You click on that, and then it'll show you all the cruises that are, I mean, it could be 80 to 90% off cruises.
Oh man, it's amazing.
If we lived in Florida, we'd be cruising a lot more.
Absolutely. Amen on that. So, you got anything else you want to talk about?
And that's it. We just want to bring you these hot tips in case you guys are looking for how we find awesome
Deals.
cruise deals.
And always, we're out there looking for our high seas friends. We're out there trying to let you guys know how you can get the best deals. And people always ask me, how do you find these amazing deals? At work, people are constantly asking me. Stay tuned, hit that subscribe, and please guys, hit that bell notification because we've got a lot of content coming out here in the next few months. We've got the Carnival Victory, you'll be able to see that experience. Carnival Horizon, and good time out in Miami as well. So is there anything else you want to add,
I
Mo?
think that's it.
All right, guys, stay tuned, and we'll catch you on the high seas. What are we raising our glass to? Many more cruises.
Yes. Cheers.
See you on the high seas, guys. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.